Welcome to the Hines Street Pharmacy Tiger Football Pregame Show from Republic Tiger Sports. We'll look ahead at tonight's game, talk to Republic football coach Dustin Baldwin, and get you ready for football Friday night. And now, here's the Hines Street Pharmacy Tiger Football Pregame Show. Well, welcome to Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports as Republic travels to Carthage for a Week 8 game against the Carthage Tigers, state-ranked in Class 5 and one of 3 state-ranked teams in the COC. And this one, they might not be Joplin or Webb City, but they're certainly no slouch. Rich Miles.
You're exactly right. This is a Carthage team that played Webb City hard, played Joplin hard. They're number one in our district. They're going to be, obviously, tonight and next week trying to hold on to that number one spot. But Carthage is usually a pretty athletic team, and the athletic ability that they usually have is speed. Speed is something that usually everybody kind of associates Carthage with. Usually they'll have at least one receiver that's out there and a running back or a QB that is known as also being a track athlete. And that gives a lot of teams throughout the COC a difficult time in keeping up with the Carthage speed.
They've won some state championships in track, in fact, and we talked to Dustin Baldwin about their roster and who they've got back from last year and all the weapons that they'll throw at Republic. We talked to him earlier in the week, and we'll play that conversation after this timeout. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Hines Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Truck Month is happening now at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic with over 100 new Silverados on sale. Choose from new 2019 crew cabs starting under $30,000. Check out the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever and choose a new 2019 crew cab starting at under $30,000. Or make the switch to a new Equinox priced as low as $19,950 at Pinnaker Chevrolet. So find new roads in Republic or view the complete inventory at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Talk about their offense first and all the different things and weapons that they have.
Yeah, give you a lot of different looks, led by the quarterback, Patrick Carlton. Really great runner, good passer, just a great athlete. Really hard to tackle. I mean, they scored 55 points on Joplin.
Yeah.
They're good up front. They have a running back, Mueller, who was all-conference last year. The quarterback was first-team all-conference last year. Martini is 6'8", tight end, was All-State, I believe.
He's one of those kids that seems like he's been playing for about 10 years.
He started playing some as a sophomore against us on the varsity level, and so we've seen him ever since. And then they've got a few receivers as well that are good as well. So. Really good up front. Oscar Campa is probably their best lineman on both the offense and defensive sides of the ball. He's a all-state player as well. I know he's got some college offers. So they have a lot of good players and a lot of experience. That's a team that's been to the semifinals 3 years in a row or 4, I don't know. And so they're looking to get over the hump. They're in our district. Obviously, they're the 1 seed right now, and it looks like it's going to probably stay that way no matter what happens. But Webb City got them pretty good, but they did have a few injuries, and those guys are, for the most part that I know of, they're all back, and I'm sure they're getting ready for their playoff run. So we're going to go down there and play as tough as we can, and hopefully we can continue to build on the aggression and tackling improvements that we saw a week ago, and hopefully hold them to fewer points as well.
When you get a team like that just offers so many different looks, what would you say is the biggest, which group? Is it the defensive front, the linebackers, the defensive backs that What's that hardest on?
Well, it's a challenge because when you see so many different formations, and they do it very subtly, like they'll flip the tight end and be in heavy, or and they position their backs in different spots. And I forgot to mention, I think their middle linebacker fullback is, I think his name's Schrader. He's transferred from Seneca a year ago. He's really good. He weighs 220 pounds now, and he was like 54-0 in wrestling and won a state championship. So he's a really special guy for them too. So they've got some players. We can't be intimidated. We just got to go in and play hard. But in terms of the challenge it creates, you got to understand how they're lining up and what they're trying to do, and then you have to try to stop it on top of that. And they've always been great. Coach Guide's been great at just getting their kids to execute and do things, right. And especially on third and fourth down, they've always been really just a great football team on third and fourth down on offense in terms of doing what it takes to either get a first down or a touchdown or whatever it might be. But they don't panic, and their kids they've always done a great job of just blocking. They're not typically like the pancake type blocks. It's just maybe that you might see in a Webb City offense, but they do a great job of maintaining blocks and staying on blocks and understanding their leverage. And then their backs are special. The two guys carrying the ball the majority of the time are the quarterback and the running back, and they're just really good, hard to tackle when they're healthy, especially.
Defensively, what challenges do they pose to what you're trying to do? Yeah,
like I mentioned earlier, every time we've played them over the years, it's kind of just been a little different look here and there. And usually, from whether they're playing us or Webb or, whoever they're playing, they typically have a game plan in mind that they kind of go in with and typically stick with that. And they're always in man. That's, like we said, that's what they do. And so, but Schrader at linebacker creates he's good, and Campa at the nose. Those guys play two ways, and they're really good. Their best players play two ways. They always have at Carthage, and Martini is tough because he's 6'9" or 8 and hard to throw over, and plays D end, and then he's hard to block with his reach and long arms, and he's athletic. And I know he had an interception, pick 6 in the state semifinals last year, and so he's a problem too. So a lot of guys a lot of good athletes over there, but I'd say as far as their defensive guys, those three guys stick out. Those three guys are pretty special.
Good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
Hashtag Kasasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Kasasa selfie.
Kasasa selfie?
Yeah. When I get Kasasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes.
Let me guess. Mid-Mo Kasasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
Back in Carthage, it's time to talk about the keys to the game. Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Realtors Lori Casagrande and Elizabeth Gold at Reese Nichols. You probably know how well they know Republic after years in the community, and you can check their Facebook page to see all the families who've gotten the keys to their own new homes, thanks to Lori and Elizabeth. Whether you're buying or selling, search Facebook for Lori and Elizabeth at Reese Nichols to join the club. And keys to the game, first of all, shut down long gains. That's yours, Rich Miles.
Yep. Most of the drives throughout the year have not just been long, sustained drives against our defense. It's a lot of times it's the other team scoring on big plays. So that's something that we're going to have to limit, is not allowing the big play to happen. The big run that's 20-plus yards, or the pass that's 30-plus yards that ends up setting up things for a touchdown.
We're ready to kick off, and Republic will kick to Carthage to start things off, when we'll cover the other two keys to the game, defensive improvement and winning the turnover battle, as we go along here after the game gets underway. But Tigers will kick off after, I presume, winning the toss and getting ready to kick after deferring to get the ball in the second half. Almost look like they're going to try an onside kick here.
He's been lining up like that, and it's just been that kind of where he kicks it kind of in the mid-range, not too deep, but kind of right in the middle.
Now they're going to pooch it up in the air, and a fair catch called for at the 33, and that's where Carthage will take over to start things off. We saw some defensive improvement. You wouldn't know it from the scoreboard. It was against Webb City last week, but Dustin Baldwin felt like the Tigers played better on defense and tackled better on defense, and Tim Barnes, you think that's a key tonight?
Yes, going into the Neosho game in the districts, you want the defensive improvement to continue, and that's what we and the coaching staff hopes to see tonight.
And winning the turnover battle, of course, is always key, and that can be cliche, but I think against a team like this, you have got to force a couple of turnovers and switch the field a couple of times, and I think that's going to be important for the Tigers. And it's a quarterback keeper, and a good job by the Tiger defense. O'Hara came up and got the stop along with Evan Smith as Carlton kept it on that first play from scrimmage, and just a very short gain on first down.
Yeah, that was a good job by the linebackers there containing the quarterback. There's been a few times where we've kind of lost containment on the QB, especially against offenses that have run the option. So that was a good way to start the game by not allowing the QB to have huge yardage.
We'll try the hard count as Carlton tried to draw Republic offside, and they're going to run the option. He pitches it, cut back, and good pursuit by the Tiger defense. A gain of about 6 yards. And that was, who was that? I didn't catch the number. Tyler Mueller. And it brings up a 3rd down and 3. And this would be a big stop for the Tiger defense.
Would be a big stop there. That was Carthage ran the option. That's something that has been kind of our Achilles heel there throughout the season, is stopping the option.
No wide receivers. They're in tight. Carlton's going to keep it, and he zigzags through the defense and gets into the secondary and into Republic territory for the first down. So the Tigers forced him to take 3 plays to get the first down, but couldn't stop him. And Carthage moves the chains.
Yeah, when Blake Cullen is coming in from the safety position to make the tackle on a run play, that's never good. Usually whenever your safety is stopping the running back, that means the running back has gotten some pretty big yardage by the time he gets to your cornerback or your safety that's sitting back there on the defense.
So 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of Republic, and on the sweep. They come around to the near side into the secondary, and this may go for a touchdown all the way up the sideline. And into the end zone goes Marcus Huntley, the 5'9", 150-pound wide receiver, a senior. And Huntley puts Carthage on top 6-0 with 10:04 left to go in the first quarter.
That long run there's a couple of missed tackles by some Republic defenders. Again, that's going to be the difference between stopping a fast team and allowing them to have the big gains.
Extra point is up and good. And just like that.
No good.
Oh, no good.
Yep.
I jumped the gun. Looked like it went through to me, but
it went right.
So it's 6-0 Carthage. And that instant replay and better look at the action was sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. We're going to take a quick break and be back with more as the Tigers trying to answer after this on Republic Tiger Sports. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com. So Republic's offense will try to answer against a very good Carthage defense. A high end-over-end kick taken by the up man. That is Landon Porter, who ran into his own man, Josh Sterling, right after making the catch. And so not much of a return, but not bad field position either because the kick was so short. And the Tigers will start on about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, that looked very similar to our own kickoff there. High, arcing ball, allow your kickoff team to get down the field while the return team is literally waiting for the ball to fall out of the sky. Like you said, end over end, just ran into his own guy.
Our first quarter scoreboard sponsor is Absolute Roofing. Thanks to Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing for their support of Republic Tiger Sports. And Riley Sigmund takes it forward for about 3 yards on first down. Pinballed off a couple of tacklers before finally being brought down. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Republic.
That play there, the left side of Republic's O-line did a good job of getting the initial push there. Hopefully we can keep that going.
3 wide receivers to the far side. And 1 to the near side. Now Sterling goes in motion, then reverses the field, and they overthrow him. Hayes rolled out to the far side and tried to hit Sterling going the same direction and tossed it over his head, and it brings up 3rd down and 7 for Republic.
To start this opening drive, Carthage defense has got 3 down linemen. They showed 2 stand-up either linebackers or ends. Probably throughout the evening you'll have different calls where one is screaming off the edge and one may stay.
4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Hayes is going to throw it. Steps up, fires it over the middle to Porter. He's got a 1st down, cuts across the field, and then right up the middle of the field into Carthage territory. And a good play, pitch and catch by Hayes to Porter.
Gavin Walker,
Gavin
7.
Walker, see, it's the same mental lapse I have. 7 and 3 all year.
But we've seen that play several times where Gavin just kind of either does a crossing route or a deep slant route right in the middle, and he seems to be open just about every single time.
Yeah, Landon Porter on the far side over there. And a pitch to Sigmund, gets to the outside, stiff arms a man, falls forward. And where are they going to mark him? They're going to mark him on about the 40-yard line. So decent gain on 1st down, up about 5 yards for Sigmund. 8:56 left to go in the first quarter. Carthage leading 6-0. Second and 5. Sterling cuts back, dives ahead, gained about 3.5 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short. If the Tigers can get in this kind of situation where they're picking up decent yardage on 1st and 2nd down, then that gives them a lot more flexibility. And in fact, at this point on the field, at 3rd and 2, you're probably in a situation, if you don't take a big loss, where you're going to go for it on 4th.
Yeah, on this first drive here, no negative plays so far, so that's definitely the deciding factor.
Sigmund dropped his mouthpiece, had to pick it back up, and a direct snap to him, and he is going to get the 1st down, I think, depending on the spot. He was so excited about the direct snap, he let the mouthpiece fall out of his mouth. Oh, boy, they did not get a good spot, but he got it.
Yeah, he didn't get his – I mean, he clearly fell over the 35-yard marker there, and they put it – just on the opposite side.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was a lot further than they gave it to him, but he still had enough for the 1st down. Going to throw it over here to Sterling. He's got it between a couple of defenders, falls forward down to the 25-yard line. And a good gain. Again, that may be a 1st down. Nope, just short of the 1st down. 2nd down and 1.
What I like is the early pass plays here are quick, to where Lucas isn't having to hold the ball for very long. That helps the O-line out, too. They're not having to hold their pass blocks longer than what is needed. The ball's out of the QB's hand and the receiver before the defense can figure out what's going on.
Sterling's caught a pass. He was targeted on another one, so they may see something. They're giving it to Sterling on a run. And he wiggles his way forward for a 1st down inside the 25. So good start for the Republic defense.
Definitely a good start. This is the Republic offense that I remember from earlier in the season where we were able to move the ball on Nixa and Branson and Willard.
You know, and last year, going into the Carthage game, the regular season game, it was senior night, not at Carthage, but at Republic. This year it's senior night at Carthage. I'll continue that thought after this. A throw on the flat to Sigmund, who's got a lot of room, and he's out near another 1st down inside the 15-yard line. I was going to say last year going into that first Carthage game. That ended up being a close game, and I don't think anybody thought it was going to be. And so maybe the Republic Tigers can pull it off again here.
And what I like is the first down plays have been some big chunk of change, which sets up, second medium, second short.
Yep, trips to the left side. And another pitch. He goes out to Sigmund, who lowers the shoulder and just delivers a hit to the defender. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So it's going to be first and goal for Republic. What a drive to start things off. Where'd they start, Tim?
33.
So they're on the 3 now, which means they've driven 64? No, that's
I think they're on the 6.
Oh, they're on the 6, yeah. I can't do math and look at the yard lines at the same time. And my math wasn't even right, so that's worse. Give it to Sigmund. And he made that first man miss and dove down to the 1. Another thing that stands about this drive is that has Hayes kept the ball once? I don't know.
No, he's passed it, or he's handed it off, or he's pitched it.
Yeah, so probably at this point, defenses are like, well, if we just shut down Hayes, we can slow down the Tiger defense. Direct snap to Sigmund, and he is in. Yes. Touchdown Republic, and we have a tie game at 6 apiece. So Sigmund into the pile and into the end zone, and it's a touchdown Republic.
Give credit to the O-line there. They got just enough push to allow Sigmund to get the nose of the ball right across the goal line there. And what's great is we keep that red zone touchdown going.
And the extra point is up and good, and Republic takes the lead 7-6. So, yeah, we'll talk about the red zone success when we come back after this. Tigers lead 7-6 over Carthage. Back with more after this timeout.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens, no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Another short kickoff and out to near the 40-yard line, and that is where Carthage will take over. Mentioned the red zone success of the Tigers, and it's time for another red zone report. Tigers 1 of 1 in the red zone tonight, and that has been a recurring theme. They haven't gotten to the red zone against teams like Webb City and Joplin, but against other teams they have, and they have been ultra successful when they've done that.
Yes, they have. I think there's only been one time where we've gotten in the red zone and haven't scored.
And a good stop on the defensive part by Republic to stack them up at the line of scrimmage on first down. So that Tiger trip to the red zone sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com.
That Republic drive was 12 plays, 3 minutes, 43 seconds, and keeps Carthage offense off the field as well.
Absolutely. That's a big key when you're playing a team like this. Rolling is Carlton. Throws it over here in the flat. Cut back, and ends up being a pretty decent game for Cale Schrader. 6 foot, 220. Running back, a senior. So many seniors on this team. I told on the midweek interview, and we replayed that part of it earlier, but told Dustin Baldwin it seems like Alex Martini has been playing for like 10 years. He's finally a senior. He was out there on senior night, so the Tigers will be done with him. Well, although they may have to play Carthage again in the playoffs. Spin move, what a move, and up the sideline and finally knocked out of bounds. But a great spin by Tyler Mueller, another senior.
Yeah, that time Jaden Appleberry came up to make the tackle and just spun right around Jaden.
So big gain by Mueller and a first down inside Republic territory on the 26. 1st and 10 for Carthage.
And that right there is when the opposing offense has had some of the most success. This hasn't been, methodical, long, double play drives. It's drives that have big, huge plays that are 20-plus yards.
Fake handoff over the middle, and it is dropped. Intended for Martini, and he just dropped a touchdown pass. That was right in his breadbasket, and he let it get away.
Yeah, Blake Holland came in. I don't know if Blake had anything to do with maybe trying to poke it out there at the last second, but whatever the case would be, we'll just give the credit to Blake on the assistance and the ball being dropped there.
Maybe that was one of those where he yelled really loud to try and startle him. But just went right off his hands. So 2nd down and 10. Carlton is going to keep it. Got around the corner, has running room. Holland starts the tackle.
Patrick Carlton with the carry.
He was first to him, was Holland.
That's enough for a Carthage Tiger.
I think it was Messier who got in there and
again
that brought it down.
That was the option play, and that's been something that our defense has had a lot of difficulty in stopping. No defender came up to make the QB pitch the ball, and when he realized really quickly that no one was going to make him pitch the ball, he just kept it and got a huge gain.
Up the middle through the defense, and finally brought down by Holland is Mueller again. So
that's enough for
another big gain and another first down for Carthage. And boy, if one of the defenses doesn't fix some things, this is going to be one of those crazy nights again.
Yeah, and
had a lot of those.
And again, it's never good whenever we're calling the names of our corners and our safety on making tackles on the running back.
But I guess that beats the alternative, which was like that. Didn't make a tackle. Went right into the end zone. Mueller puts Carthage back on top with 4:21 remaining in the first quarter. And it is now 12-7. Carthage with the lead.
Again, it was a couple of big yard plays that set up Carthage touchdown there. It's something that we're definitely going to have to clamp down on as the night goes on.
That extra point is good. And with 4:21 left, it is now 13-7 Carthage. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back with more and see if Republic can answer again after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. Well, Republic will get the ball now, trailing 13-7, and see if they can answer for a second time. Just before this game started, I was across the street at softball, the district championship game, and didn't go so well for Republic. They lost it to Webb City 4-0, and so congratulations to Webb City, the district champions. That ball bounces out of bounds, so no return, and a flag will be dropped on the ground. And Republic will have good field position to start. Republic threatened a couple of times and, in fact, had a couple of runners on in the 6th, but couldn't break through. And so they end their season. It was a good season for the Lady Tigers. They end with an 18-10 record and couldn't quite get the district championship. Of course, Webb City lost at Republic last year in the district championship game. The Lady Tigers won that one. That was a thriller, but this one went to Webb City. And Republic back out there on offense, trying to get their second touchdown in as many drives. This time Hayes is going to keep it, and that loosened up that first drive, maybe loosened up the defense a little bit for Hayes. He kept it on the read and gained about 6 yards on first down.
Yeah, we'd mentioned that on the previous drive, Lucas didn't keep it at all. This drive, like you said, it may be something that, maybe the defense switched it up a little bit to take away the outside, so now Lucas has the ability to maybe kind of run it up the middle now.
Sigmund, the lone back. Hayes is going to run that pitch, gives it to Sigmund around the corner, and they drag him out of bounds by the shoulder pad. Sigmund with another first down, and that was Silas Templeman on the tackle. Out to midfield at exactly the 50-yard line for Republic.
These offensive plays that Republic has had early in this game remind me of how explosive our offensive was at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they've really done a good job against just about everybody. And a nice pass over the middle to Gavin Walker, number 7. Everybody knows Gavin Walker's number 7, guys.
Just remember Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, when I think of Gavin Walker, I think of Mickey Mantle.
Yep.
That's a good way to. Now I will.
But again, somehow Gavin keeps getting open in the middle. Just about if you were to watch all the film from every single game, almost all of his passes are him going right over the middle to catch the ball. 2nd and 1,
Sterling in motion. They pitch it, and another first down. Sigmund got to the corner again, gained another 5. And Hayes is doing a good job. He's just freezing the defense, just holding it long enough, and then it's kind of a quick pitch if you watch him. And take a look at this replay. The motion goes to the left, and then he just freezes the defense and then just tosses it to Sigmund. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. They're committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Hayes is going to go up top, up the sideline. It is dropped, intended for Sterling. And Porter was over there as well. They were right next to each other. And Sterling couldn't quite bring it down. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, both receivers, Republic receivers that were over there were covered.
Yeah, that was going to be tough to complete.
Yeah. Is there a flag?
They're standing around like there's a flag,
okay.
But I don't think there's a flag. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of standing around nonchalant.
Quick throw over here to Sterling. Catches it on the run. Oh, stiff arms a man in the face. And inside the 25. And nice run after the catch by Sterling.
That was great there at the end. Kind of the exclamation point to the play.
That's the key. If you can get him to catch the ball on the run and then the hand to the face. So 1st and 10. 2 wide receivers wide to each side. And a quick throw to Sterling, and he dropped it. Turned around, and it was delivered right on time by Hayes, but I think Sterling turned around, and it was on top of him so fast he didn't quite catch it.
I almost think the ball ricocheted off of his face mask, the way that it shot off like that. Usually whenever a ball, bounces off a receiver's hand, it doesn't ricochet that far off of the individual. So I think that literally just slid right through his hands, hit his face mask. But they'll go for it here on 2nd and 10. Lucas pumping once, throwing for the end zone. And, who was that? He didn't get the number he was going for. I do like that play, though. They were going deep, trying to strike. They haven't tried too many opportunities of passing the ball deep, but Lucas put that ball exactly where it needed to be. Just the receiver wasn't able to.
I think that was Porter.
It was that Porter.
Yeah.
Just wasn't able to go up and come down with it. But I like that, man. Lucas, great job showing off his arm there. But again, this brings up a 3rd and 10.
Tigers haven't really faced a 3rd and long yet this night, so probably 2 down territory here. Quick throw and a little screen over there to Sterling, and he stepped inside and got it down to almost the 15. It's a nice pass.
Was a good pass. He got upended there at the very end. But obviously this is that part of the field where they're probably going to go for it on 4th down. I don't see the field goal unit coming on, so offense is over there looking for the call.
And this is big. I mean, the Carthage offense is so good, and Republic's defense has had so many problems that you really need to keep pace with them early. Hayes is going to throw it. He gets it to Sigmund. 1st down, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Riley Sigmund, and another great run after the catch, that time by Sigmund, and Republic does answer, and we are knotted up at 13.
Yeah, I think that was number 13 for Carthage, Bryce Clark. Kind of looked like he was going to be the one that was going to stop him from getting the end zone, but he literally just kind of put the brakes on, made the defender slide right past him into the end zone.
Extra point by Northrop is up and good, and he's hit them both, and it's 14-13. You know, I talked to Dustin Baldwin at some point this week, not on the show, but I said, was there in those 2 games where the extra points went bad, think about going for 2 in there? And he said, you know, Northrop had been he makes everything in practice. He made like 10. He said he made 10 in a row today. So he had confidence in him, and he keeps running them out there. And tonight, so far so good. He's hit them both, and it's 14-13 Republic, and that subdues the huge Carthage crowd over here on this side of the stadium.
And you know, most coaches, just because you know your kicker has one bad kick, that's not going to, you know, all of a sudden just make you drop and not do any more kicks anymore.
Sigmund has 40 yards rushing, 24 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Great night. A great start for Riley Sigmund.
Is that another red zone touchdown?
Yep, Tigers are 2 for 2 now in the red zone, and they continue to be very good once they get inside the 20. And a little squib kick this time on the ground and down at the 35-yard line. So I continue to be astounded at how good they are. That time they got in a little bit of trouble with the 3rd and 10, but they managed to pick it up. They considered it 2 down territory and didn't try to get it all at once, and I think that was the key to that little segment.
Oh, yeah, and that pass play wasn't a deep pass play in the end zone. It was just a pitch and catch that if you would have been tackled there at the place of the reception, you've only gained about 5 yards. So the rest of that was on the run and making the defender miss.
That Tiger trip to the red zone, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com. Mueller gets the ball on 1st down and takes it outside the 40 to about the 42. A gain of a little over 5 yards on 1st.
Riley Sigmund had to come up and make that tackle there. Again, you need to try to limit these big plays that Carthage is able to get here. I mean, it wasn't a huge gainer there, but if you're allowing Carthage to get 6 to 7 yards on every single play, they're able to move the ball so quickly.
Down to 40 seconds left in the first quarter. This has gone pretty quickly. And Mueller again with the carry, and he's gang tackled, but not before he gets out to near the 50. And a 1st down for Carthage with 32 seconds left in the quarter.
You're right. Just the speed at both of these offenses are putting up these points here. You have 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. If this keeps up, it's going to look more like a basketball score at the end of the game.
We have had a few of those.
Yeah, the Carl Junction game comes to mind.
Yeah, well, Ozark was like that too, 51-49. They're going to throw it. Carlton over the top, and it is almost picked off and ends up in the hands of the receiver, Marcus Huntley. So, tough break there.
Yeah, I think Landon Porter was right there, and it almost looked like he was going to tip the ball at the last second.
Tip it.
Yes.
Did he tip it to the receiver?
Yeah, well, not on purpose, but yeah.
But
Yeah, that's when tip drills go wrong.
Right.
19-14 Carthage. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health is committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Find them online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. And the extra point is up
And the point after is good.
and good. And it is 20-14 Carthage. And Rich Miles, you jinxed Republic by saying there were 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. So now there's 5.
gotcha.
Oh, well.
Watch that, Rich.
All right, 20-14. Republic will try to do something with the last 5 seconds of the quarter when we come back after this on Republic Tiger Sports. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust. And with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Well, the Republic's going to need to run this back, or just it'll go in the end zone and they'll score on the first play to get their 3rd touchdown of the quarter. Either way, Carthage got the ball first in this half, so Republic just really needs to keep pace. High arcing kick taken by Walker. Weaves in between a couple of coverage men, takes it out near the 40 before he's brought down with 0.3 seconds left. So I guess they will get 1 play from scrimmage.
Gavin Walker with the return.
I'm not going to say anything because if something goes bad here, I don't want you to put the blame on me.
This is where you say there's no way Republic can score in 0.3 of a second. You obviously have not studied the art of the jinx and the reverse jinx. All right, well, I'm going to call this play even though there's no way anything good could happen. Hayes is at quarterback, and he's got Sigmund there next to him. 2 wide receivers to each side, lined up on the near hash mark. Hayes keeps it, and nothing good did happen. He got hit for a loss for the first time tonight, and the first quarter comes to an end. It's 20-14 Carthage. Republic will have 2nd and long coming up after this. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson and Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, Crystal at southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. Second down. And Gavin Walker gets the ball, brings it to the near side, gains about 4, but it's going to be 3rd down and probably 6 or 7 for Republic here as they try to keep the drive alive and keep the scoring going. Each team has scored a touchdown on their first possession, just underway here in the second quarter. Hayes under pressure steps up, pump fake to get the defenders off of him, and gained about 3, but not enough for the first down. It looks like Republic may have to kick it away.
They had a couple of receivers that he was kind of looking at. He had two that flared out to his left, and then he stepped up into the pocket as it was starting to collapse on him. Tried to look downfield, but started to feel the pressure a little bit and decided to run past the line of scrimmage and pick up as much yardage as he could.
So Jared Hughes gets it off. It's a good punt and a fair catch at the 25. Called for by Silas Templeman. And with 10:48 left to go in the second quarter, Carthage has the ball, leading by 6, 20-14.
And this right here is going to be a important drive for the defense. This is the opportunity for, obviously, Carthage to go up by 2 scores, so our defense is going to have to minimize the damage here on this punt.
First and 10 Carthage, and defense played well on that first possession. Carthage still managed to score, and they run that same sweep and another big gain, and it's going to be another touchdown all the way up the sideline. And that's just too much speed by Marcus Huntley. 5'9", 150. The senior got around the corner and made a couple of men miss. And you could just see him go. Once he got about there, you knew he was not going to be caught. And so it is just like that, 26-14. A better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Carthage will try for the extra point. That took, what, about 12 seconds?
Exactly 12 seconds. Third touchdown tonight.
Called by Carthage.
For
Huntley?
Huntley, yes.
And timeout. Who called that? Anybody see who? Carthage called the timeout. They may be going for 2, up 26-14. We'll take a break as well and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Hetty Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Repmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. And we got back just in time to see that extra point be good. And they did not go for 2, so it's 27-14 Carthage, and everybody's going to go to the sideline, and we'll take another break. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. So Republic had its first stalled out drive last time, and they'll try to get back on track.
Huntley has 172 yards from scrimmage.
Wow. Yeah, well, how long were the 2 long ones?
Yeah, 3 long ones.
I guess that's true. Taken on the end line or on the goal line by Holland. He's still on his feet and now lowers the shoulder and bowls a couple of men over and gets it all the way out to the 34. Good return by Blake Holland.
Yeah, he did a good job. The initial contact was 10 yards back, and he just kept driving his feet and spun off one guy and kind of pushed another guy down, setting up what could have been just kind of mediocre field position for the offense. Puts them clear out near the 34-yard line.
10:26 left in the second quarter, and Carthage on top 27-14. And a good run again by Sigmund. Cut down just short of the first down marker.
Riley Sigmund with the carry.
Tackle made by Cale Schrader. So Schrader, you heard on the pregame show, if you were listening, Dustin Baldwin say that most of their good players play both ways, always have. And that's the case with Schrader.
It's a great way to set up the run game there. Sigmund getting 9 yards on that first down play.
They give it to him again, and he works his way forward. He's got the first down before being driven back, but got beyond the marker where he needed to get. And the Tigers move the chains with 9:49 left to go in the second quarter. Good showing so far by Republic against a very good Carthage team that was in the state semifinals last year.
And what I like on the play calling and the success so far is we haven't been just one-sided. We haven't just had all our success on the run or on the pass. It's been kind of evenly balanced.
That's one thing that this offense has been good at. Gain of a couple on first down.
Had 3 plays in a row that have been between the tackles. I wonder if they will try to attack outside the tackles now. Maybe trying to set up the defense. Maybe catch them trying to bite on the inside run play. Maybe we can do something on the outside. Maybe a quick pass out to the there to the flats.
Did that to Sterling a couple of times, and then they also ran a little pitch, and there's that pitch to Sigmund. Stumbled, but stayed on his feet and ran over a man out to the 47-yard line of Carthage, so into Carthage territory. And that brings up third and about 3 for Republic.
So far, our running game, that's where we've had a lot of our consistency is running outside the tackles, whether it's a pitch or the option.
2 wide receivers to each side. It's Walker and Skylar Locke over on the far side. Locke out there getting some playing time, and they throw it near side to Sterling, who bobbled it, stayed on his feet, and went forward near the 40, and that's a first down Republic. So the chains move again. And a good third down conversion. Good pass by Hayes, good catch, and good job hanging on to it by Josh Sterling.
Josh Sterling, you said quite the first half here. He's had several catches setting up our offense to move down the field, and I think a lot of them have been for first downs, too.
A better look at the action brought to you by Vision Health Eye Center. Quick throw the other side to Sterling, and that one he dropped, and then he got hit late, and there's the flag. That was right in front of the official. No way to miss that one. And Marcus Huntley just cost his team some yards and a first down. That was well late. I don't know if we're going to catch that or not. There's the bobble, and then 2-3 steps later, here comes the hit. So
obviously you hear the home crowd doesn't agree with it.
That's, that one, I mean, I've been known to complain about the call occasionally when I'm in the crowd as well, but that one was pretty obvious.
Right. You heard the lone fan that gave the classic "Come on, ref" call.
Yeah. Well, at least there was only one. You're right. That's probably the one guy who's always vocal. And they throw it to Skylar Locke. He's got it inside the 20 and presses ahead down to about the 19 before he's driven out of bounds. Maybe the first catch of the year for Skylar Locke.
It was great. That was definitely a team effort. Gavin Walker set up the block out there for him to catch the ball.
Yep. And he stays on his feet. Good second effort after the catch to pick up a couple extra yards by Locke. In motion goes Sterling. They give it to Sigmund. Big hole. Good cutback inside the 10. And the Republic offense moving the ball as they have most of the year. And they're down first and goal with 7:36 remaining in the third quarter, and the Carthage faithful are getting a little perturbed.
What is confusing the Carthage defense is we're just kind of going back and forth. A couple pass plays, a couple run plays. We're keeping them guessing.
And a direct snap to Sigmund, who takes it down inside to the 5 before being pushed back. Gained a couple of yards. Second down and goal from the 5. Yeah, I mean, Republic's doing what Carthage's offense does, which is gives you so many options to try to cover that it's hard to cover them all.
And the ball is on the left hash. We have all this room over here on the right-hand side of the field. Wouldn't surprise me if maybe Coach Baldwin attacks this wide-open right side of the field.
Yeah, they've got Sterling in the slot, and they've run that play where Sterling will come out this way and Hayes will follow him. Nope, instead they give it on a little counter to Sterling, who is into the end zone. Touchdown.
Flag comes in late.
Oh.
Dang it.
And it's a hold. Let's take a look at it again. See if we can pick out what happened. Yeah, well, hard to see. Hard for me to see it anyway. But, you know, what do I know? I need reading glasses. 27-14 the score. Republic's set back by that one. They look like they had the touchdown. And instead, now they're all the way out on the 17.
And that is such a mood killer, too, for the offense. When you go from people celebrating the touchdown to seeing the yellow flag, and now you're second and goal from the 17.
They're going to throw it. Stepping up is Hayes and takes it down inside the 15 to about the 13. And it's going to be third down and goal from the 13-yard line. Again, probably 2 down territory. They're so close they could try a field goal, but that place kicking hasn't been a strength so far this year. So I would say if they get it reasonably close, they will probably try to get it in. Big third down play here. Don't have to pick it up all at once. Pump fake into the end zone. Got a man open, and it is caught for a touchdown. That is Gavin Walker with the touchdown with 5:52 left to go in the second quarter. And Republic strikes back.
He was able to easily just get past the corner. The guy that was supposed to be defending him just let Gavin get right past him, wide open for the touchdown.
Yeah, he was completely open. It was one of those where he was so open, I was thinking as the ball was drifting down to him, just hang on to it. Don't drop it. And I'm sure he was probably thinking the same thing. Extra point is good. And it is 27-21. Republic back within 6. At some point, the defense is going to have to get a stop. We'll see if they can do it next after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. If it's glass, you want Republic Glass on East Harrison, across from the post office in Republic, or at 732-7044. Andre Northrup kicks a ground ball, bobbled, picked up at about the 30, taken out to about the 36, and finally pushed back. So not a big return. Little scrum after the fact. Tigers got it in the red zone, got it in the end zone, and they remain perfect on the night. 3 for 3, and that's the second time that they've had a third and long situation in the red zone and have converted.
Yeah, the success that they're having in the red zone is such an awesome stat that we've talked about throughout the season, and they've just kept it going.
That Tiger trip to the Red Zone, sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the Red Zone yourself.
It's the same exact play as the last touchdown.
At SarahRader.com. And a touchdown for Carthage. Same play, different runner.
Yeah, but it's the same exact play. I mean, that right there is just something that's obviously got to be corrected. When you've got back-to-back, same exact play, and it results in a long run, our defensive ends are just getting sealed off, and the linebackers on that side are getting sealed off, allowing a huge hole off the left-hand side of Carthage's offense, right side for the defense of Republic.
That time it was Mueller. And the extra point up and good. And with 5:33 left, it is 34-21. Carthage back on top by a couple of scores. We'll take a break as well and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at SarahRader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at VisionHealthEyeCenter.com. Well, the band is going to wear itself out. I hope they don't have competition tomorrow. They've been playing the fight song about every 3 minutes. 5.5 minutes left to go in the half, and Republic will try to answer, trailing 34-21. Man, this is just the tale of the Republic football season. 21 points, a little past the midway point of the second quarter, and they're down by 2 scores. That is got to be frustrating. It's easy, and now bobbled and into the end zone. Holland will end up with the touchback, and Republic will start on the 20. It's easy, I think. I am pretty sure that nobody outside of Republic knows what this Republic offense has done because they're 2-5. I mean, if they were 5-2, I think they would be getting a lot more attention outside of Republic, but it's just it's easy to think that, a 2-5 team probably doesn't have much going for it, but they have done a lot of scoring this year.
Yeah, the offense is definitely, the stats, yardage, much improved since last year.
And Hayes keeps it. Ran alongside Sigmund for about 3 or 4 yards before finally taking it out of his belly and gained about 3 on the keeper. 5:22 left in the second quarter. Republic really needs to score here, preferably with not much time left. And by not much time, I mean 0 or less. And Sterling has almost a first down. Oh, they're going to mark him. Say he stepped out of bounds a couple of yards short of the 30 at about the 28. 5:02 left. That stops the clock and brings up a third and a long one or a short 2 for the Tigers.
And that's been most of the success for our offense this first half is running plays and pass plays out to the edges there, outside the tight end or the tackle.
Big third down play here. They send Sterling in motion and run it back the other way, and a good cutback by Sigmund, but he doesn't get it. Stopped short, and it's 4th and 1, and I go for it here. I don't know about you.
Yes.
I mean, when the opponent is scoring on one-play drives from 70 yards out, what difference does it make if you give it to them here with 30 yards to go, and you really need the score?
And they must be listening to you because the punt team is not coming out.
It's about time someone did. All right. Now they're going to call a timeout. They want to talk things over. I mean, not to be overly dramatic, but and it's early, but you kind of get the sense that this could be the ball game, even though it's the first half, or as close to a ball game type play as can happen in the first half. Because if you don't make it here, Carthage goes up by 3 scores, and the way the defense has been playing so far, and the way the offense for Carthage has been playing, that would be tough to overcome.
You're exactly right. We gotta make sure that this deficit that we have right now does not get any larger, because it's going to make it more and more difficult. One positive, though, is the fact that Republic will get the ball to start the second half. So hopefully the offense can start off the second half on a good note. But right now in the present, this 4th and a short 1 is definitely doable. We haven't had too many negative plays, so this is something that, as long as our offensive line gets a really good push here, I see us getting this first down.
This is when I would like to see Hayes up under center and just quarterback sneak it.
And they moved. They got a little excited, and that's going to set them back 5, I think. Yep, somebody moved early. Now, I don't know that changes my mind, but let's see if it changes Dustin Baldwin's mind.
I agree with you. I mean, if you were going to go for it on, man, that seems like a huge 5 yards, right?
It's a 6-yard penalty for the false start.
They were at the 29.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the stick's in the wrong place.
Now the punting team is going to run out.
Well, I think I still would go for it for the same reason, but man, if they could have gotten that, just if you think ahead, if they could get that and go up and score and then get the ball, they get back basically back on serve. Hughes is going to punt it away, and a fair catch called for just inside of Carthage territory, and Carthage will take over with 4:15 left, and that's an eternity for this Carthage offense tonight. So they will have a chance to take a 3-score lead. Boy, that was a killer on that 4th and 1.
Yeah, penalties are never good, but some penalties hurt worse than others, and that was definitely a penalty that stung there when they were going to go out there and possibly get that first down and keep the drive going instead of having to punt it away.
Carlton gives it to Mueller, and Mueller fights his way forward to the 50-yard line, just short of the 50-yard line, a gain of about 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Carthage. Clock is ticking down to 4 minutes exactly left in the first half.
Kind of surprised that Carthage didn't run the same exact play for the 3rd time in a row and see if 3rd time's the charm.
Well, I bet we see it. I bet we see it right here, in fact.
We've had success running off their left edge.
No, they didn't. And they pitch it. Mueller can't get away from Easton Prevost and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of about a half a yard, but a good play by Prevost. And then Sturdivant came in and finished him off.
Yeah, that time the defenders didn't let the ball cross their face. They did a good job on their defensive pursuits and not allowing the ball carrier to cross their face and get to the edge there. And that's where Carthage has had a lot of their success, is if they can get around the edge outside of the tackle of the tight end, it becomes a foot race. And obviously their athletes are a little bit faster than ours tonight.
More like 3rd and 7. This is a big play for the defense. Not only just to get back on track, maybe, but they fake the sweep that time, and they throw it over the middle to Martini. And he is open and has it deep in Republic territory inside the 30, and they looked like they were going to run the sweep, and Republic was so dead set on not letting it go for a touchdown again. They had a huge opening for Martini, and Alex Martini caught it, and the 6'7", 220 tight end.
Yeah, that time, like you said, they did the play action, and some of our defenders bit on the run, thinking it was going to be a run to the outside, and tight end was just able to get open there right in the middle of the field. He's a big target to hit, too.
Oh, yeah. Mueller up the middle, takes it to the 20. Big gain on first down to 2:21 left.
You're right. Going back to the pregame, it seems like we've said Martini, a name that sticks out, and for several years now, and didn't realize obviously that his first time around when he was starting, he was a sophomore.
Yep.
And this is year 3, where he's been a name that's been thrown around a lot, and one that has racked up a lot of receptions and yardage throughout his 3-year career.
So second down and about 2. Mueller's got the first down and more inside the 15. 1:46 left. Now Carthage kind of managing the clock. They would like to score with not enough time for Republic to answer.
We got a minute 45 left here. Yeah, Carthage definitely slowing down. They're not a team that always huddles up, and that time right there they huddled up, waited for the play to come in, and just letting the play clock go underneath 10 seconds.
Hand it to Mueller again. Lots of room before finally being brought down in the middle after taking it down inside the 10. That tackle. I didn't catch a number.
I didn't either. It's kind of a big pile right there in the middle.
Maybe Gonzalez. Mueller weaves his way between the defense and into the end zone, and with 1:02
flag
left,
throw thrown out there, so that may be coming back.
Nope, it's against Republic.
Oh.
So 1:02 left to go in the half, and it's 40-21. 40 first half points. Is that the third time this year that they've given up 40 points in the first?
I think Joplin put up 42, I think.
And then Webb City. Didn't they have over 40 in the first? Yeah. It's all a blur. Now we're going to have the referee come over here. Talk things over.
Not sure what's going on.
Well, they may be talking about... Yeah, they're declining it. Okay. I think they were talking about whether they could tack it on. Touchdown's good.
Was that a chop block signal?
Yeah.
Can the defense
well,
be
that's
called
what,
for chop blocking?
Yeah, I
Apparently
didn't say anything because I thought, well, maybe there's an equivalent to that on the defense.
There is in Carthage.
I don't know. That's a call that you don't have called too much. I mean, defensive linemen have always been able to kind of, taught to take out the offensive lineman's legs.
In high school, I'm almost 100% sure the defensive lineman can't chop down a lineman inside the tackle box. I think if it gets outside, it's fair game. Offensive lineman can't block below the knees, but I think inside the tackle box, defensive lineman can't cut the offensive lineman.
He's explaining it to Coach Baldwin right now.
That must be a new rule, because all the years I coached, you're able to just kind of tell your D linemen, if your D linemen are getting blown off the line of scrimmage, just make a huge pile, and sometimes that may be just you essentially just kind of, I don't want to say dive, but kind of doing a low block against the O-lineman.
Missed the extra point. By the way, that expert analysis was Zach White. Tonight he is our broadcast director and also analyst. Rich, I would only say about the rules when you played, it was a lot different with leather helmets.
Exactly. I get that from my students throughout the day. I get that from my younger brothers whenever we meet up.
That's the first time someone as old as me has made the crack about
just
your age.
Because I got some gray hair in my beard and up top doesn't mean I'm that old.
Well, in any event, the missed extra point makes it 40 leaves it 40-21, so a 19-point lead. 1:02 left. Republic has scored, gone the length of the field in almost this time. I think it took them about 1:10 at the end of the Willard game, so certainly capable.
What's kind of unique, too, about our offensive drives is our 3 scoring offensive drives have been drives that were pretty consistent, but the drives that have stalled out really quick, too.
But now they're putting the T on the 45, so if Carthage declined it, maybe that was what the discussion was. Maybe they said they were going to decline it, and then
I don't know, unless there was a flag thrown on the extra point that we didn't see.
Yeah, no, there was no flag on the PAT. This was.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, in any event, the kick goes out of the end zone, and so Republic will take over on the 20th. Not that big a deal, but I just think it's kind of odd that I guess maybe they didn't decline it. Maybe they explained you don't have to decline it. Although after the conversation, didn't the official say that it was declined?
Yes, he motioned that it was declined.
Well, yeah, like maybe it was.
It declined until later. Deferred.
Yeah, deferred.
It's a deferred penalty.
I would think that would have been assessed on the extra point,
yes.
The flag.
Well, if there was a penalty on the extra point, they could take it on the kickoff, but not on the play before the extra point, I wouldn't think.
I don't have any comment. Empty backfield. And we've got a whistle. And what?
Timeout
Republic. So 1:02 left, and Dustin Baldwin wants to get things in order before they start this final drive of the half, and we'll see what they can do with it after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience. Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in Republic.
Thinking for the rules explanations like they do in the NFL and college now, where they have a rules commentator, usually a retired referee, that explains things.
Yeah, only it wouldn't be in New York. We need someone in Jefferson City. Good run after the catch by Sigmund, and he's taken down just short of the 40-yard line at a timeout. I think called by the Tigers. Oh, no, we got a flag. Flag on about the 26, and it's against Republic.
Man, I didn't see anybody move or do illegal type of motion or anything like that before the ball was snapped.
So offensive pass interference. I guess they must have thought they saw some kind of a pick or something like that. 53.9 seconds left in the half. Republic really needs to score here. I mean, you score here and make it 40-28 and then get the ball. Boy, that's a big penalty.
That is offensive pass interference. That's not a call that you see too many times on Friday night. You see that more at the D1 and NFL level.
So that puts them in a hole, and now the clock starts running again. Going to give it to Sigmund, and he's going to barrel ahead for about 3 yards. And it looks like Dustin Baldwin may have decided after that penalty that they're not going to rush around and try to go 90 in 45 seconds.
They don't need to snap the ball either, so I wonder if he'll just let the clock run out.
I've always wondered why a coach wouldn't have his guys pretend that they're not going to snap the ball and then get in position real fast and snap it and try to catch the defense off guard. That's not what's going to happen here. They're going to try it. They're going to throw it in the flat and see if they can get Sterling some room. And he can't quite get free, and he's tackled with 3 seconds left. The clock is going to keep ticking as he stayed in bounds. And that is going to take us to halftime. And at halftime, it's 40-21. Carthage with a 19-point lead. Republic will have the ball when the second half begins. We're going to take a break and be back with our Gold Medal Gyms halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Heinz Street Pharmacy delivers prescriptions right to your door, and they can often save you money compared to what you're paying at the big box pharmacies. And their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, too. Heinz Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Truck Month is happening now at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic with over 100 new Silverados on sale. Choose from new 2019 crew cabs starting under $30,000. Check out the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever and choose a new 2019 crew cab starting at under $30,000. Or make the switch to a new Equinox priced as low as $19,950 at Pinnaker Chevrolet. So find new roads in Republic or view the complete inventory at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Pick Pinnaker every time!
Hashtag Casasa. Hashtag Mid-Missouri Bank.
What you doing?
Taking a Casasa selfie.
Casasa selfie?
Yeah, when I get Casasa cash back at Mid-Missouri Bank, I take a Mid-Mo Casasa selfie.
You do take a lot of selfies.
Right. When I get cash back for lunch break debit card swipes, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie. When I get cash back for weekend debit card swipes,
let me guess, Mid-Mo Casasa selfie?
Mid-Missouri Bank is building the community bank of the future in the Ozarks today. Visit midmobank.com, member FDIC.
State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com. Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gyms halftime show where the Tigers trail Carthage 40-21 at half. The dance team for Carthage out on the field. Of course, the season winding down. We're in week 8. It was senior night for Carthage tonight. It'll be senior night next week as Republic hosts the O Show. And then we will find out where everybody goes for week 10 as we have the last few years. It's still kind of dicey depending on what happens. I mean, if the Tigers could stay close to Carthage, then that helps them because I'm pretty sure that both, I can't remember for sure, but I think Nixa and Ozark both either lost pretty badly to Carthage or haven't played them. I don't know. I can't remember who Carthage has next week.
Carthage has Ozark next week.
Okay. So that's probably going to be a bad loss for Ozark. And I believe that Ozark and Nixa both, I think Nixa's at Webb City this week. Or maybe they're at one of those. Both Ozark and Carthage, both Ozark and Nixa, the other two teams kind of in the middle of that same district as Republic, have the two of the three tough opponents. I think they both have Joplin, actually. So the Joplin, the way the standings work is that the Joplin loss doesn't hurt the Class 5 schools as badly. It actually kind of helps you to lose to Joplin because Joplin's Class 6. So that secret formula with the 11 herbs and spices that they use at the State High School Activities Association accounts for that. And it's kind of hard to say where everybody's going to end up. But Carthage is the 1. Right now, Branson is the 5. The key for Republic is not to finish 4th because There's also there's a head-to-head component. If the team right above you, if you beat the team right above you, then you jump them. So Branson beat Republic. So if Republic's the 4 and Branson's the 5, Branson will jump them. But, Rich Miles, there's more. Because if Republic is 4 and Nixa is 3, then I confirmed this with Trevor Fisher this week, the jumping begins at the top. So you work your way down. So if Republic's the 4, Nixa's the 3, and Branson is the 5, Republic jumps Nixa before Branson gets a chance to jump Republic. So Republic would jump up to 3. Now, if Nixa finishes 2nd and Ozark finishes 3rd, that doesn't do anything. That would leave Republic 4th, which would mean they would, in effect, be 5th because Branson would jump them. And that would mean we go to Branson for that Week 10 game. I don't think, and Tim Barnes and I had this conversation this week, we don't think there's a way that Republic can finish 4th, just finish 4th. If they finish 4th, they're either going to get jumped or they're going to jump the team ahead of them.
Although that happened last year, and Branson didn't jump them.
Yeah, last year was that weird situation where somehow Republic ended up hosting Branson, even though Branson had beat Republic. It was almost the same scenario that
you're right.
That you're explaining, and even our AD Fisher and Branson's AD still weren't 100% sure why Branson was coming up
Guys,
to Republic.
You just let me talk for 5 minutes laying out this exquisitely detailed scenario.
I like it.
Which we didn't know
we didn't know where you were headed.
Well, anyway, so assuming that everything we think we know, maybe I don't know. Maybe you can only jump so far. Maybe there's a limit. That's the one thing I don't know. Is there a limit to how much you can jump the team right ahead of you? You know, if you're 10 points behind, yeah. But
the people at home don't get to see the diagrams and schematics and calculators that you've got.
Yeah, it's hard to even see the field because the glass is just full of grease marker formulas.
And there's a Venn diagram in there for some reason, and it's crazy.
Yeah, so anyway, the bottom line is none of us has any idea what's going on.
Yeah, it comes down to some weird mathematical equation that someone in Jefferson City plugs in some numbers and takes into consideration classes, because as you had mentioned, you know, the loss to Joplin doesn't hurt you as bad as, you know, this loss this evening because Joplin's 6A. But with that said, the loss to Webb City hurts you more because Webb City is class 4, which is below us. So when you lose to a class beneath you, that has more of an effect than losing to a team that is your class or higher.
And really, this year it doesn't make as much of a difference as it has in past years. Everybody's playing each other. They're all in the same conference. So, you know, where it's unfair is the years that Republic had to play, Republic's a 5, and if Republic's got to play Webb City, which is, you know, technically a 4 but plays like a 6, that they get penalized extra for losing to Webb City, or, you know, they don't get the bonus that they should get for playing Webb City. And then there's a team that doesn't have to play Webb City. But since everybody's playing each other in this conference anyway, and in this district, doesn't matter quite so much. Well, we've talked so long that Tim Barnes is almost done with the stats. We're going to take a quick break. Oh, no. You are done with the stats.
I am done.
Well, tell us, and if you want to throw in any knowledge about the district standings formula, go for it.
Well,
it can be made up like mine, or it can be factual.
I'll make it up. I think if Republic takes care of business next week, they will jump Nixa, they will finish 3rd, and they will travel to Ozark in what would be round 2 of the districts, because round 1 would be the 4-5 matchup.
Right, so they would get a bye. Yeah, that's the other thing. If they get to 3, they get a bye.
And that's the biggie right there, is that everybody's trying to get that bye that first week there, you know, especially, injuries. We've got every team at this point of the season, no matter who you are, how good you are, everybody's got, at least one injured, starter that was a start at the beginning of the season. So whenever you get that bye, it always helps out. It kind of heals the whole team up. It's one less game that everybody's getting, bruises and twisted, ankles or whatever. It allows you to kind of game plan for who you think you're going to play for 2 weeks instead of just one and heal up everything.
Well, I said, Tim, I was going to let you do the stats, but we're going to take a break. So we'll take a quick break and be back with the statistical breakdown from Tim Barnes after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Central Gas Propane is locally owned and operated and offers exceptional customer service when you need it most. They go the extra mile to meet customers' needs with a level of service and communication no other company can beat. Call today to switch and save. Central Gas Propane at 417-725-3833 or online at centralgasmo.com.
I'm Todd Wojciechowski, Executive Vice President at People's Community Bank. Our mission is to put our communities first, and that's true right here in Republic. Whether it's supporting Republic schools or volunteering for one of the nonprofits doing good work in our hometown, all of us at People's Community Bank are committed to making Republic a better place to live. I hope you'll stop in soon and say hi.
People's Community Bank, right on Highway 60. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
So the other morning, my little girl woke up crying.
Hello, nightmare.
No, actually, it was an earache.
Hello, emergency room.
No, not the ER. Heavens, no.
Hello, waiting room.
Not this time.
Hello.
Save my spot.
From Cox Health.
I just went online, picked one of the urgent care walk-in clinics really close by, and they saved my spot in line.
That's health care on your schedule and on your terms.
Hello, convenience.
Visit coxhealth.com to learn more.
Carthage band performing. They've got an air travel theme.
I wonder if they're sponsored by a local travel agency. Pictures of planes flying or taking off an airport.
Maybe so. All right, Tim Barnes. The crowd is waiting. They've been chanting your name during the break. Give us the stats for the first half.
Lucas Hayes had a very good first half, passing the ball 13 out of 18, 126 yards, 2 touchdown passes. Riley Sigmund had 15 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. And then he had caught 2 passes, 24 yards, and a touchdown. Gavin Walker, 4 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. And Josh Sterling had 6 catches for 51 yards. Total yards for Republic, 222 yards. Patrick Carlton for Carthage, 3 out of 4, 83 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Mueller, 14 carries, 154 yards, 3 touchdowns. Marcus Huntley, 2 carries, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then Huntley also had 1 catch for 52 yards and a touchdown. Total yards for Carthage, 380.
And Republic 222, so not on a pace to get 500 again, but not that far off of it. I mean, really, you think about it, 21 points in the first half, that's a pace you have got to expect to win most of your ball games. And they just, it's been a tough year, and I said it earlier, but it is easy to overlook this offense and how good it's been. But they've been very good, and a couple of, Sigmund's having his best game in a couple of weeks, and I think Josh Sterling is having his best game so far with the 6 catches for sure.
Yeah, definitely Josh Sterling. He's been thrown to a lot. I think he dropped it a couple times, but definitely one of his better first halves of the season. And going back to the scoring, we've had 2 games, the Carl Junction and the Ozark game, when you're around the 50-point mark, usually you expect to win. And when you get a loss and you're close to the half-century mark, you kind of just shake your head a little bit and obviously trying to figure out, how we're going to stop these explosive offenses. And sometimes we've made some mediocre offenses look good. But, like what you said, going back to last week versus Webb City, even though the score didn't show it, our defense definitely, improved. We made Webb City last week work for every point yardage they got. Webb City wasn't just, shoving it down our throats last Friday. So again, this evening it's been just a couple of big plays, and that's one of the keys to the game that we talked about is something that's kind of hurt us throughout the season on the defensive side isn't these long sustained drives that these teams have put against us is giving up the huge runs. You had those 2 long touchdowns that were close to the 70-yard mark, and they were the same exact plays. So that's definitely something that hopefully was addressed during the halftime meetings, is not allowing ourselves to get sealed off on the edge, because those 2 running plays to the left for Carthage was just simply their guys sealing off our defensive end and the outside linebacker, and then someone coming out and blocking the corner, allowing this huge hole to form, and then bad pursuits and a foot race down the sideline, and their guys are just a little bit faster than our guys.
Yeah, the tackling is not. Early in the season, if it was 40 points and a half, it was just bad tackling. But it hasn't been. They've missed some.
Right.
It hasn't been that horrible, but Carthage has done, I think, a better job against the Republic defense than even Webb City did. Not just in terms of points, but in terms of opening up holes, getting to the outside, sealing off the outside, as you said, and I think that's been a big factor.
Yeah, last week Webb City fumbled the ball a couple of times too, and our defense came up really big on that and stripping the ball. And Carthage really, doesn't look like that Webb City offense. I would definitely, that Webb City Carthage game would like to look at that film and kind of see what the difference was when these 2 teams played each other.
I don't think Carthage defense is comparable to Webb City or Joplin's defense.
No,
from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, that's true. It's a whole different level when you get to. I think Webb City's defense, I think, is better than Joplin's. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Joplin's is better. In fact, noticeably better than Carthage's defense. I'm in here looking at. Receptions, single game reception record, just to see what it is. I don't think that Jess Sterling's necessarily close to it. Well, 14 in a game is the record, and what do you have, 6 in the first half?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's they keep throwing it to him.
And he dropped a couple, so.
Yeah, he could easily. If he had caught one, he'd be on pace to tie the school record for receptions in a game.
Who had that record?
You waited until I put my phone out.
Sorry, thought maybe you would have noticed
while I'm
the
looking
name.
While I'm looking it up again, maybe you could explain to everyone how the playoff formula works.
I think the issue you had is you forgot to carry the 1 whenever you were doing all the math, and that just throws everything off there.
Well, it was Allen, but in 2007. I wasn't doing this in 2007.
Gotcha. Yep.
Just Allen?
Somebody Allen. Was it Bo Allen?
No. That was Bo Chisholm was the running back. Gosh dang, that's going back when I was coaching football. All the names all blend together. Bo Allen?
Well, that's what I said, and you said no.
No.
Oh, no. Zach White is over here. Zach White is saying it's not.
It is Bo Allen's.
Well, here's how the records.
Brother.
Here's how the records got on my website. And by the way, if you're ever curious about records, I've got a website that I put up. It's at history.republictigersports.com, and all the school records are there. But I got them by over at what's now the middle school. It used to be the high school. They used to have boards up with those letters, the numbers.
A little felt board where you put the little peg letters and numbers and all that.
Yeah, sort of. So they had that, and they had everything up there. But by the time I got to it, a lot of the numbers and letters had fallen off. So I did a lot of reinterpreting or trying to figure out what most of the numbers were up. There was one record, I don't remember what it was, but the number wasn't even right. One of the numbers had fallen off, so I think I had to look in the bottom of the case and see what was what was down there.
Just give the educated guess on. I like it.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that the record listed on the board, the reason I tell that story is that I think it just said Allen, so that's what I put on the website. Well, guys, we've had a lot of fun here tonight. But that's going to do it for our Gold Medal Jim's halftime show. We're going to take a break and start the second half after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Southern Sun Electric's a proud sponsor of the Classroom Spotlight. They encourage all student athletes not to settle for just good enough on the field, on the court, or in the classroom. Keep pushing yourself to higher levels and go Repmo from Southern Sun Electric. It's easier than ever to get your Rocco's Pizza fix. Place your order on their website at roccositaliankitchen.net or call them with one tap inside the Republic Tiger Sports mobile app. And don't forget dessert because Rocco's is serving homemade ice cream prepared right on site. Rocco's Italian Kitchen. Pizza, pasta, perfection. For more than 30 years, Yoakum Automotive has been the hometown auto repair shop you can trust, and with their new digital vehicle inspections, their mechanics will show you exactly what's wrong with your car and let you sign off before the repairs are made. Ask about their shuttle service and loaner vehicles when scheduling your appointment online at yoakumautomotive.com. Welcome back to Republic Tigers sports coverage of Republic Tigers football. Republic down 40-21 at halftime. By the way, if you know the Allen who has the single game receiving record, email me at david@republictigersports.com and I'll put his first name on the board. Or if you get in there and you see other records that, as I say at the top of the page, I can't vouch for any of it. The record keeping was it kind of differed from sport to sport. And so I put up everything that everybody could find, and that's what we went with. Republic about to, they're out on the field, about to get the ball.
One of the things that, one of the reasons why I don't like to bring up names sometimes from the past, especially the ones that I've coached or taught, is you leave one person out, or you get someone's first and last name mixed up, or you get brothers and cousins mixed up, and then you get the text or the email saying, no, it was this person. Or
I don't even like to start listing my kids, and I only have two. But Jessie Brazil is a camera operator here tonight, and thanks to her, she's doing a fine job. Yeah. Zach White, our broadcast director. Tim Barnes is statistician, and Cheryl Barnett is down on the sideline taking pictures for us. A pretty good night considering we're past the middle of October, and it was a nice day, and I'm sure it's cooled off. We don't have an open window here, so don't really know the temperature now. I'm sure it's a lot cooler than it was, but pretty good fall night for high school football.
Yeah, considering just a few weeks ago we were breaking records in the 90s and taking mandatory water breaks. But again, here we make the trip to Carthage to sound like we're talking in a phone booth in the enclosed area.
Well, they have added, and the setup here is that you can't open the windows, as I mentioned, which means you do sound like you're in a phone booth. But they've added a little speaker sitting on the counter, so you do get a little bit of the crowd noise, and you can hear it. Sounds like the window's open, but we'll let you in on a secret. It is not. High arcing kick and taken just inside the 10-yard line, out past the 20.
This is where
Hayden Jones.
Offense has definitely gotta put some points up here. We can't just keep stalling out. If we want to get back into this game, it's definitely doable with a 19-point deficit. But if we stall out and go 3 and outs and just give the ball right back to the Carthage offense. It's going to be a long second half.
Yeah, gut check for the offense here. Sigmund gains about 4 or 5 on first down. The offensive line, we haven't mentioned that probably as much as we should tonight, but they have done a nice job. That time it was Farlander who was out in front, ended up getting knocked down by Sigmund. Farlander at center. In motion goes Sigmund. They're going to pitch it to Sterling, who had to reach back behind him. It was kind of a dangerous play because the pitch was not exactly on target. Sterling had to reach back for it. It took him off his momentum. And earlier in the first half, we talked about how important it is to hit him on the run so he can take advantage of the speed, and they didn't do it that time.
Nope, and it sets up a 3rd and long.
3rd and about 7. Carthage looks like they may be blitzing, and the ball on the ground. Hayes picks it up and fights forward, but only for about 4, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't know that snap was necessarily bad, but he left it. I think it was a little low, but could have been handled and just didn't quite get his hands on it, and Hughes will have to punt it away. And not a promising start to the second half for the Tigers, trailing 40-21 already. Bounced the snap, and Hughes got it, and we got a whistle.
His knee touch.
Oh, yep. So they say he's down as he went down to a knee. Let's watch it again. Snap was low.
The punter's knee.
Yep, and he was down or almost down, and so that is a killer. Carthage has it inside the 20.
One of the things that you kind of go over and practicing and going over with the punter is if it's low, you need to kind of squat down in that athletic position, kind of like a shortstop instead of bending down to a knee to get that ball.
Hughes, a baseball player, and there's that sweep. And this time, well, they had it played right, and they missed the tackle, and into the end zone again. Oh,
there's
we got a
flag.
Yep.
I thought I saw one of our guys get pulled down.
Yep, they're going to call the face mask. Yep.
Oh.
I was going to say they had it played perfectly, but then they face masked and still didn't bring him down. And so into the end zone goes Marcus Huntley again. Is that his 3rd touchdown or 4th?
4th touchdown overall. 3 rushing, 1 receiving. He's had 3 carries, 3 touchdowns.
I'd try to get him the ball more. Oh, well. No, okay, they assessed on the kickoff. So the official pointed, he pointed toward Carthage's side of the field, end of the field, and I thought he was saying that, oh, no, there was also a penalty on Carthage that was going to offset, but he was just pointing kind of generally to where the kickoff's going to happen. So that's what happened last time is they assessed it on the kickoff. My confusion was not that, but that they had said that Carthage had declined it. Into the end zone and incomplete. Big hit delivered at the end of the play by Dalton Parks. And the pass goes incomplete, and so it's a 46-21 lead with 10:01 left to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break and be back with more. You're watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports. Elliott Robinson & Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm, serving as your trusted business advisors. And this year, they're making possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. Elliott Robinson & Company, conveniently located in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet, or find them online at ercpa.com. And big thanks to Elliott Robinson & Company for their new sponsorship of Republic Tiger Sports this year. And I love doing that By the Numbers feature. And one of the numbers from this week was the number 5, which is the number of Lady Tiger tennis players who made it to the individual sectional round of the state tournament. Most ever. And in fact, it was such a big day at districts that out of the 6 possible, 5 of the slots coming out of the district belong to Lady Tigers. And they, for the first time ever, had 2 doubles teams competing in a district championship round. And it was Hannah Morgan and Katie Stiles who beat Abby McCord and Sedalia Shoemaker for the district title. They all advanced to sectionals, and Hannah Morgan and Katie Stiles advanced to state with the win at sectionals, and so they'll compete at the individual state tournament. And the whole team is back in action on the team side of the bracket, as they won the team district as well last week, and so they compete tomorrow in the state sectionals. And good luck to the Lady Tigers tennis team, having one of their best seasons ever. And it's a program that's had a lot of good seasons, and it's been a special one this year. Coaches Dan Vallis and David Smashy, and all the Lady Tigers: Carly McAtee, Katie Stiles, Hannah Morgan, Abby McCord, Elsie Crawford, and that's only 5. The play starting, and they throw it to Sterling in motion, takes it out near a first down to near the 30.
She caught that right on his fingertips there. I thought the ball was going to squirt out of his hands, and somehow he was able to just hold on there at the very tip of the football.
Carly McAtee, Elsie Crawford. I got to list all 5.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't like doing names.
Sedalia Shoemaker and Abby McCord, and Hannah Morgan and Katie Stiles. Those are the 6 varsity players. So I think they got the first down. Yep, moved the chains on a short run, got just enough. 9:49 left to go in the third quarter.
Going back to that previous Carthage touchdown, that was definitely a dagger due to the fact that our offense went out there, went 3 and outs, and then Carthage turns around and scores just like that. So hardly any time runs off the third quarter clock before you create a bigger gap in scoring.
Up the sideline, nice catch by Sigmund. Went up and got it out near the 45 before falling down, and a good first down completion. Perfect timing on this pass and on the route by Sigmund. Just took a couple of step drop and hit his receiver.
Give credit to the O-line there for allowing Lucas to throw that ball cleanly.
Gavin Walker goes in motion. They give it to Sigmund, who weaves in between the defenders and gets dragged down from behind, and that was a big tackle and saved a lot of yardage by Martini.
Yeah, almost picked up the first down there. Be a 2nd and 1.
8:55 left to go in the third. Sterling is hit and dropped just as he cut, but you know what? He got the first down.
And that was
forward progress, moves the chains.
I like to see that he bounced up pretty quickly after that big hit. Usually when you get big hits like that, running back doesn't bounce up so quickly. So showing his toughness right there, because, man, he went from going really quick one way to just stopping in his tracks and being trucked the other way.
Yeah, a little easier to get up, I guess, when you got past that first down marker. Hayes is going to throw it. Comes near side up the sideline as Walker, and overthrew him by a couple of yards. Walker had one-on-one coverage up the near side and couldn't quite get to it.
Again, the O-line did a great job blocking for Lucas. Lucas is able to hold the ball there a little bit longer than usual. Sometimes when you have your receiver going in a go route like Gavin was, when they're just going downfield as fast as they can, you have to rely on your O-line to hold their pass blocks a little bit longer than usual.
2 wide receivers to each side. They've got Sigmund in the slot. It's going to be a quick throw to Sterling. Has room and pushed forward past the first down marker to about the 32-yard line of Carthage. Another first down for Republic.
Again, Sterling picking up another reception there. This is the offense that we've seen on the 3 scoring drives. Just night and day on our offensive drives. Our drives are either 3 and out, and we don't have the ball for very long, or we're stringing together a pretty nice drive again.
Similar formation this time. 2 wide receivers to each side. This time Sigmund backed by Hayes instead of over in more of the slot position, and they're going to throw a little screen to Walker and can't quite get away. But, boy, good second effort to get back almost to the line of scrimmage. That would have been a couple of yard loss. But Walker had him by his shirt tail, and he kept spinning and stayed on his feet and reached forward and got back almost to where the play started.
Yeah, I didn't pick up a number, but the Carthage defender did a really good job of shedding the block. I think that was Skylar Locke out there. He was trying to put the block on, but the Carthage defender just ripped through it and was able to make the tackle.
Sterling in motion, reverses direction. They're going to throw it to him, and he's got room. Inside the 20, pushed out of bounds at the 17, and another first down for Republic.
And again, Sterling having what I would think was one of his better receiving games this year. I don't remember calling his name or his number as many times in one game as we've had so far in 3 quarters.
They've done a good job with the play calling of getting him in space. They've really struggled with that, and he hasn't had room to use the speed.
That's a direct snap to him.
Yep. Well, that's to Sigmund.
Is that Sigmund?
Yep. I thought it was to Sterling as well, but they went right to Sigmund. High snap. He corralled it and got about 5. Tigers on the move. 6:58 left to go in the third. They're down to the 12-yard line. I'm going to call it the 13, I guess. No, 12.
I like the speed of these plays. The running plays have been, really quick, and the pass plays have been literally Lucas just 1-2, throw the ball.
Sigmund again, cuts back, stays on his feet, and stumbles down inside the 10 to about the 7, and he's got a first down. First and goal, Republic. In the red zone again. 4th time in the red zone tonight, fellas, I think. And trying to make it 4 for 4. They've got 3 touchdowns so far in the red zone. And into the end zone goes Sigmund with 6:27 left in the third. And it is 46-27, and the Tigers stay perfect in the red zone. This Tigers trip to the red zone sponsored by State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Learn more about State Farm coverage and get in the red zone yourself at sarahrader.com.
He was almost untouched.
Offensive line has looked real good for most of the night. Bad snap, and the kick somehow got up, but did not come very close. I think he had to evade the defenders flying through there and got rid of it, and it's 46-27. That's the way it stays with the missed extra point. We'll take a break and be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Well, Republic defense needs to get a stop. And the kick is bobbled. And then returned out to almost the 40-yard line. We talked about turnovers being key. If the Tigers had a couple of turnovers, they'd be in this game. But Carthage has hung on to the ball.
7 possessions, 7 touchdowns for Carthage.
Wonder how many, I'm not going to make you count it up, but how many plays.
It's not going to.
If we did count up the total scoring drives, how many it's been. Appleberry with the tackle on that one. Short gain.
He's not going to make you count them up, but he's implying for you to count them up.
I'm not saying you have to do anything.
The number of plays, is that what you're asking? I wasn't.
Well, yeah,
clear.
just the number of, if you added up those scoring drives, there's a lot of them, so it might take you a while. But if you added up the number of plays they needed to score their 7 touchdowns, I just wonder what that would be.
2 of those drives were only one play drives.
3, actually.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
First down for Mueller on that one.
3 drives, easy to count out.
And they are into Republic territory. So they already run 2 plays. This is getting to be a longish drive for Carthage tonight. 5:34 left to go in the third quarter.
And Carthage, their offense isn't very fancy. I mean, they give you different looks, but a lot of times it's just to spread your defense out. It may be the same play, or a similar play, but just different looks.
Mueller zigzags between guys, takes it inside the 45 down to about the 42 before being brought down.
And Carthage, too, just like our offense, Carthage is definitely a team that tries to balance things out. They're not too run heavy or too pass heavy. They may throw a couple run plays at you and then throw a couple of pass plays, just trying to mix things up, trying to make the Republic defense, guess on what's going to happen next.
Mueller again. Appleberry brings him down. So does Prevost. Prevost helps him back up, or tries to. 4:34 left in the third, and a first down again for Carthage.
Carthage is one of the few teams that huddles up and takes the time and gets a play running from the sideline. You don't see that too much anymore, where offenses, what I consider old school huddle, and the coach tells the play to a player on the sideline, and that player runs it in and tells the QB what it is, and the QB then repeats it instead of signals and hand gestures and things like that.
Webb City did that last week. Carlton keeper and gets back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more. We've had 2 or 3 teams hold up the big signs. Been very disappointed with the magazine cutouts on the signs this year. It's been pretty boring. So maybe the coaches in the COC can step up their game next year. It'll be a campaign year. So I do remember one year there were basically several presidential candidates on the signs of one of the teams. I don't remember who it was.
We should keep politics out of high school football.
I don't know what play was what candidate, so. Mueller ahead for about 6 on that play, and they just keep marching methodically down the field. I mean, it's good to see that Republic has not given up the big play, but no sign that they are going to stop them. But they do have a third down here on 3rd and 5. It's the first third down in a while for Carthage, it seems like. They're going to run that sweep. There it is again. He cut back, and they brought him down. Huntley takes it down near the 20. So they made him cut inside that time. They contained him.
Kept him out of the end zone.
Yeah.
That play there is definitely a play that Carthage has ran for several years. They like doing the jet sweep. They don't do it now quite as much as they used to in the early to mid 2000s, where just about every other play was a jet sweep.
We have, I don't know if it's an
injury.
Yeah, an injury. Prevost is being helped off the field over there on the far side. So Easton Prevost will have a seat. The Tigers will run a sub out there. I think Gavin Walker came back out. I don't know if he's, Dalton Parks is out there. Sigmund's out there. And Appleberry. O'Hara and Smith at the linebacker spot. And Mueller stays on his feet, rumbles down inside the 5, and all the way in for they ever signal it?
No, they did not signal it.
They set off the. Now they're setting up for the kick, but I didn't ever see the official put his hands.
I didn't see any official put their hand up.
Oh, watch the official in the middle. Yep, he did put his hands up.
Oh, wow.
I was watching the guy kind of behind the play, and by the time I looked back to the middle, I didn't see the hands up. So, yep, touchdown Carthage, and it's 52-27, and another Republic opponent goes over 50 points.
Thing is, it's the 50 points, and we're still in the third quarter.
And they're going to go for two on the sweep. They give it on the end around to Huntley, and there's the two-point conversion to make it 54-27. Not sure what the point of that was, but to me, if you're up 25 and you want to go for two, line it up and go for two. But they get the two, and with 2:14 left to go in the third, it's 54-27, and Republic will try to answer again as the offense will come back out. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Hey now, Cracker Jack Shack, custom t-shirts, polos, and caps. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Printing and stitching, hey, that's our knack. Coffee mugs, pins, frisbees, and more. Cracker Jack Shack, your promotional store. Creative ideas, and that's a fact. Always on time and right on track. Cracker Jack Shack, we've got your back. Cracker Jack Shack.
So Republic will try again. 54-27, they trail. High end over end kick goes to the far side. And falling down is the return man. His feet got out from under him. And that was Hayden Jones, the sophomore, who just got a little bit ahead of himself. Still got it out to the 22, so decent field position to start things off for Republic. You know, the good thing, and there's been some lopsided games against these big three. At least this offense is fun to watch the whole time. You never know what you're going to see when the Tigers get the ball back. We'll see what they can do this time. And they've shown grit. I mean, they're down 27, and they're still out there, and then there was the ball on the ground. So I join Rich Miles in the jinx.
Welcome to the club.
Well, there's no way they can recover from that. 13-yard line all the way back, and it's going to be second down, and we'll just call it second down and long.
But going off of what you said, you're right, every game is different. Our offense, you know, one week it's pass, and 1 week it's all on the ground.
Hayes is going to throw it. He's got time. He fires it over the middle, almost picked off. That, you know, really, that is the first bad pass he's thrown all night. Intended for Porter, and not really very close to Porter.
No. In fact, the defender had more of a chance at it than Porter did. But going along with what you just said there, you know, each Friday night has been just totally different. Our offense is, you know, week to week shows us something totally different. And this evening, it's definitely been the pass game has definitely been on this Friday.
That better look at the action was sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Hayes is going to keep it. He's got a lot of room, and he gets out past the 20 to about the 22, but still far short of where he needed to get. And here comes the punt team again. 1:19 left to go in the third. So 27-point lead. You know, we wondered why go for the two there. They would have a 35-point lead if they would score 8 on this next.
Well, if
they only need 30.
If they did that, I think that would be remembered for quite some time with Republic if they go for 2 in the fourth quarter, leading by 27.
Timeout called by Republic, but they're just going to get back out there and kick it. I think they just didn't have a man on the field. Didn't really need the timeout, just needed time for that 11th guy to get out there. Jared Hughes has continued to be good. Good snap, bad snap, doesn't matter. He gets it off and kicks it away, and that one takes a Republic bounce down to the 36-yard line of Carthage, and that's where Carthage will take over with just over 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We'll keep it right here. Crowd is starting to thin as the lead has gotten bigger. Getting a little chilly out there, and the Carthage fans are finding their way home. First and 10 for Carthage. Mueller spins off one tackler, finally brought down by Gavin Walker. Takes it out to the 41, a gain of 5 on first down. Oh, I said Mueller, but it wasn't. Who was that? That was everybody shuffling papers, and it was Laney, 28. Was it 28?
Yes.
Okay, yep. Furious Laney. There was another, who's the Joplin? The Joplin's got a name, an unusual name. Can't remember. He and Furious should get together. Got a timeout. Oh, no, that's the end of the quarter. So clock wound down, and we come to the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break and bring it to you after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Parents and grandparents, it's not too late to make great memories with your high school students before they head off for college. One way to do that is the gift of travel. Republic Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks has helped lots of families make those memories, and she's standing by to help you too. Just drop her a line, crystal@southwesttravel.biz, and let her do the planning for you. And all without additional fees. That's Southwest Travel Advisor Crystal Hicks in Republic. Gold Medal Gyms is where Republic athletes build a foundation for future success. Whether it's gymnastics, cheerleading, or tumbling, young athletes learn skills that prepare them to take on virtually any sport they choose. Sign up for your free trial at their gorgeous facility at Highway 60 and Highway M. Gold Medal Gyms, raising the bar for Republic athletics. Fourth quarter underway. Another run by Laney. And it's going to be third and about 2 for Carthage with 11:37 left in the fourth quarter. Four-man front for the Tigers. Laney on his feet, drives forward. Boy, he's a big kid. And finally brought down.
For another Carthage Tiger.
Laney is 6 foot 210. A junior, so we'll see him again next year.
What's kind of stood out this evening is it seems like whoever gets the ball for Carthage does not go down on the first or initial contact. They're constantly trying to spin off or run through the tackler, and has definitely obviously shown throughout the evening the 27-point lead that Carthage has.
Ball exactly on the midpoint, on the midway stripe. Laney again. Oh, man. Great moves by Laney. Picks up about 6 on first down. Looks like he's hitting the joystick, hitting the XBA combination, spinning off tacklers, stopping.
He is a furious runner.
He is.
I'm not going to contribute to that conversation.
10:15 left in the game. Clock running. It's second down and about 4. Oh, boy. Now it's 3rd and 1. Just short of the first down marker. And that carry, I think, was Luke Gall, 5'8" freshman.
Yeah, I think Carthage now is kind of rotating guys in from the sideline. Slowly taking out some of the starters.
You'd like to see the Republic defense get a stop, at least one stop tonight.
Yes. Carlton hands it off. And on second effort, first down. The pile was right in the middle. They bounced off of him, or they stopped him, and he bounced off of them and picked up the first down. Sigmund made the tackle. Clock continues to run, 9:15 left.
Like I had said earlier, and that was a good example there, the Carthage ball carriers on that second effort. That's kind of where they've gotten a lot of their yardage after the first contact.
Another handoff off the right side. Sigmund makes the tackle. That was Luke Gall again. So next week, the Tigers back home. That's senior night. Not only the football seniors, but all of the fall sports seniors that don't already have their own senior night, cross country and band. They don't do tennis. I think golf they do that night. And they'll recognize all those seniors before the game. So it's a big night. And Tigers will be hosting Neosho. And I paused there. It's going to be third and short. Pause there because Tori Mooneyham was listening to us. The Joplin's kid name is Always Right.
Correct.
So Always Right and Furious Laney.
There was Always Right, and wasn't there a kid, last name of Rushing?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe Thomas Rushing. Yeah, Thomas Rushing. We've had
running
a few
back.
good names. No, that wasn't Joplin though. That was maybe Ozark. I think Ozark had Thomas Rushing. Thank you to Tori Mooneyham. Listener contributions. That's what we're all about. Over the middle, it is incomplete. Intended for Alex Martini, the 6'7", 220-pound tight end. Went up, and it was a little too high for him.
I don't know how you missed that big of a target. Kind of sticks out a little bit down there amongst even his own players. It's definitely that, that prototype tight end body build.
So 4th and 7, and Tigers can get that stop they've wanted. Carlton's going to throw it. He's got plenty of time. Steps up, can't get away from the pressure, and the Tiger defense does get the stop. So good job by the defense. Micah Erickson came in there and made the tackle. And we'll go back the other way. 54-27 the score, 7:22 left.
You mentioning next week versus Neosho, that is definitely going to be a pivotal game, not only because it's senior night and you want to obviously win at home, but that definitely affects your rankings.
Yep.
At the very end.
Neosho had one win before tonight, and a nice pass lobbed out there to Sterling, and he shoved out of bounds near the first down marker. So, Rich, if you'd like to go into some detail on how that might affect the formula and the points, we could do that. Haven't covered that for a couple of weeks. It is a first down. They move the chains. And Sigmund gets it just in the nick of time. Defender came up and put a hit on Hayes. And Sigmund picked up about 6.
You had a Carthage defender that came unblocked, just screaming right up the middle. You said just as Lucas handed that ball off, Lucas was getting smacked in the face by a blue jersey.
Sigmund's over 100 yards tonight.
Big night for Sigmund. Direct snap to him. And he stays on his feet, weaves in and out all the way down inside the 35 for another first down.
Sigmund clearly hasn't given up this evening there. Somehow he was able to squeeze and score it through about 3 different blue jerseys. I thought he was going to go down there, but he was able to pick up an additional 6 or 7 yards after that contact.
Sigmund back there with Hayes. He's going to take the handoff, and he's got running room inside the 20, inside the 10, jogs into the end zone. Big touchdown run by Sigmund, and it's 54-33. And Sigmund having a huge night.
Yeah, he's definitely having one of his better nights, and it hasn't been all on the ground either. Some of it's been in the receiving category also.
Well, you saw him get to about the 15, and he was able to just cruise in. That better look at the action, sponsored by Vision Health Eye Center. Vision Health, committed to helping you get a better look at everything. Schedule an appointment online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. Tigers lined up for the extra point. It's down, it's up, it's through. Kind of a low line drive, but it got through, and with 6:22 left, it is 54-34. A 20-point lead for Carthage, and let's see what the Tigers do on the kickoff when we come back after this. Eddie Barbecue Company is home to great barbecue, including the famous Pig Nasty Sandwich. And they're also home to the Mid-Missouri Bank Retmo Football Show every Wednesday night. Go in and check them out or call them for takeout at 732-4BBQ. Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast, brake too hard, and gives you feedback to help you drive safer and lower your cost. Contact Republic agent Jesse Pritchett to learn more. That's Allstate agent Jesse Pritchett in Republic. New York Life agent Michael Weeks is a proud supporter of Republic Tiger Athletics, and this fall he's also sponsoring our weekly Player of the Game feature. Every week you can find a Player of the Game alongside our game summary at RepublicTigerSports.com. Thanks to New York Life agent Michael Weeks for his support of Republic Tiger Sports. .6:22 remaining, and a 20-point lead for Carthage. Republic may try an onside kick here. What do you think? Is that the play? Sure. Well said. Nope, they're going to kick it away. And got out past the 35. I thought he was going to break it. The ball's on the ground, but they're going to say he was down. Let's watch that again.
Ball came flying out there.
Yeah, hard to really tell there toward the tail end whether it was loose or not. Official had a better angle than me. So we'll just assume it's right. You know, Rich Miles.
You know what happens when you assume.
First down for Carthage. And a good first down run. Takes it out to the 45. That is Laney again. Stood up by the Tiger defense. And I think the first man there, I don't know who the first man there was. Might have been Burks. Tyler Burks out there now for Republic.
I think Carthage has put a few of the starters back in on offense. 13's come back in. One of the receivers that has caught a few passes.
And Laney zigzags forward to about the 49, just short of midfield. 5:26 left in the game.
It's the one thing that definitely want to get out of tonight's game is injury-free. You want to end the season with no major injuries.
Yeah, I mean, the Tigers have fought some injuries.
Right.
Carthage has fought some injuries. Unfortunately for Republic, they all recovered before this week. The game against Willard was won, and a good hold. Second effort got the first down. Thought they had him stopped, and he pushed his way across the line. Good effort by Laney. Willard had Carthage shut out, believe it or not, at halftime, and then saw the injury report on that game, and there were quite a few of the weapons for Carthage were not in action that night. And Carthage still escaped with a win.
The Branson game was also close between Carthage and Branson. I think that was decided
that actually may be. That's what I'm thinking. I said Willard, but I meant Branson. Yep.
It was less than a touchdown. So we got a flag on the far side of the field.
Yeah, hard to see from this angle. I wonder if it was a face mask. Kind of came in there as he was being ridden down. Sideline judge over on the far side will come out.
I just wonder if it was on Laney. Looked like he had a hold of the Republic defensive player's face mask.
Personal foul face mask on Carthage, yeah. So it is on Laney. 4:27 remaining. They'll march it back. Carthage just wants to run clock, and that penalty doesn't really help. While they mark it off, we're going to take a quick break. Be back with more after this. Republic Glass has been a part of our community since 1972, and they've been family-owned and operated all the way. Whether it's commercial, residential, or auto, or a mirror or shower door that needs attention, Republic Glass has you covered. Call them at 732-7044. Thanks to Republic Glass, a new sponsor for Republic Tiger Sports this year. And on the sweep coming in, it was Appleberry that made the initial hit. Smith finished him off. And that carry was number 20, Justin Sneed.
Justin Sneed.
Under 4 minutes left to go in the game.
Carthage will hold on to the number 1 spot in the district.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think even if Republic had won this game, I don't think that Carthage would have probably lost the number 1 slot. Do we know who they have next week?
Ozark.
That's right. You said that. So, yeah, they probably have to lose to both Republic and Ozark for that number 1 slot to even be in jeopardy. Martini with the reception over the middle, and it's enough for a first down. So they had 3rd and 27, and they picked up the first down against this Republic defense.
Again, Martini, a big target there in the middle. He's over 6 feet, 200 pounds. Easy target for the QB to see. Their O-line did a really good job of not allowing any Republic defenders to get in his face. He was able to hit the tight end just enough for the first down.
There was 3:42 left when the play ended, and now it's down under 3 before they even snap it again. Bobbled the snap, did a little dance, and ended up getting 6 yards out of it. Let's just watch that again for fun.
They were
like they were fighting over the ball.
Snap was high, and yeah, so the back came up. He's like, I better get that. And then
I think they hug.
Yeah, and then good job, and then on they go. It's a team building exercise. 2:22 left in the game. We're going to put together our highlight clips later, and people are going to be like, why is that on the highlight? Another good run, and still running is Luke Gall.
Luke Gall with the carry. That's enough for another Carthage.
Picks up another first down inside the 20 to about the 15 with 2 minutes exactly remaining.
What is the record for Neosho? Do you happen to know?
They had one win before tonight.
Okay.
They were 1-7.
Who did they beat?
They beat Branson. They beat Branson right after Republic. That might have been week 2. I remember thinking, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember being down there, and Scott McCauley, the radio guy for Branson, was talking to us, and I think he said they had to make the long trip from Branson to the Neosho.
Yep.
I think you're correct.
Inside the 10 now. Second and about 4 for Carthage. 1:07 left. If they don't get it in on this one, that may do it, or maybe we should say that we would think that would do it. Quarterback keeper. Evan Smith comes up and shoves him out of bounds at about the 9. Gain of maybe 1. Clock is running. Shouldn't be.
Right. Yeah.
38 seconds. I thought, do we have the running clock? But no, it's only a 20-point lead.
Yeah.
That is the clock operator is ready to go home. And the officials, one of the officials has noticed it, and it hasn't said anything. In the middle, down to about the 5. That'll stop the clock, I think. Nope, they're just going to keep it there. I thought they might have to measure. That is going to run out the clock, and we come to the end of this one. And the final score is Carthage 54, Republic 34. We'll take a break and be back to wrap up our broadcast after this.
Have a great Maple Leaf week.
Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From glasses, prescriptions, and contact lens fittings to emergency eye care, they help your family see, feel, and look better than they ever have before. Check them out online at visionhealtheyecenter.com. The Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency is Republic's new independent insurance agency, and that means they can shop around to get you the best price to meet your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or commercial insurance, call the Simplex Insurance Nathan Dixon Agency, simplifying your insurance experience. Berry Patch Preschool and Daycare is excited to announce they're expanding to a brand new building on the corner of 174 and Hines. They accept children ages 0 to 12, teach preschool curriculum with hands-on learning and extracurricular activities like the library, the zoo, or Stretch and Grow. Give them a call for your preschool needs at 732-7761. Berry Patch Preschool, an experienced and trusted daycare in the Republic. Back at Carthage, where Republic loses this one 54-34. Another good offensive night, another rough defensive night, but against Carthage, a lot of teams have had rough defensive nights against this offense. Final thoughts, Rich Miles.
Well, obviously, need to look forward to the Neosho game, a game that is definitely, obviously, a winnable game, and you want to get that W to end the regular season and, defend senior night and defend your home field. And obviously that kind of would obviously help us with our district standings there. At the very least, it'd be great to be able to host the Week 10 game, at the highest expectations is, getting that bye if we could get a win and other things fall in place, and that we could essentially, jump a team like Nixa. But you come away from this, hey, we put up 34 points. Yeah, there's things to work on the defensive side, but everybody will sit down tomorrow as they watch film and realize, man, there are some really positive things that we did on offense that we can, maybe stick to and take it to Neosho. And on the defensive side, again, there's some things to work on, and one of them is going to be, dealing with the big yardage plays.
Yeah, tough night again, as we said, 54-34 the final, but they'll try and turn it around, and Neosho comes to town, and that's a big one, and also important because they've won 3 games the last 2 years and would like to improve on that this year, and they've got an opportunity if they can get Neosho and get to 3 and then do something with that first-round playoff game, and that would give an opportunity to to improve on last year's win total. Final again here tonight, 54-34. Carthage the winner. Thanks for watching Republic Tigers football on Republic Tiger Sports.